Intended that time for Cooper. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And Diggs has it. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Cousins on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, wahoo! 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike, 54. Gun! Hey, can!
Throwing, Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 44 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here we go. 54, Mike.
Watch the slap.
Under. Me. Hey, 47. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike. 26.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Mike's 5-4.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
54 Mike.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
54. Mike, 54. Here we go, G.
On second down, Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They go play action. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Mike, 54. Mike.
Gun.
Exit. Exit. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
All right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Bravo.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
On third down, Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20, 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air. Hard to do.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point. We're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Yeah, let's get set.
Now Cousins. And this one's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Cousins now to throw on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The throw right sideline here is complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third downs. To the air again, it's Cousins. And he finds Cook. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Play action now. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Throwing is Cousins. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Bailey's kick is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Check right. Watching the clock. All day, baby, all day. Hey, exit. Let's make these babies cry.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Eluding the pressure right. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Here's Austin. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the screen! Watch the screen! We go 46! 46!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Cobb. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. A quick throw here out to Cobb. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. A first down carry by Elliott. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Again, it's Elliott. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Hey, kill. We're going to 54.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Prescott to throw on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
Here we go.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Forbath to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Cousins now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Mike, Mike, 5. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike.
Cousins now. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
He's not going to get me. Anderson go 47.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott has got his target. It's Cobb. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on fourth down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Here's Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Right there. 50.
They go to Elliott again. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
Check 55 to Mike.
Wide.
I got you. Mike 55, Mike 55. I'm coming.
Cousins. Mike Bennett picks up his second sack of the afternoon. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Austin. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught. Cooper. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side with Elliott. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Elliott. And a nice move behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll keep it on the ground. Him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now back into their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, it couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
At their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Cousins to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. Open man as Thielen is complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
Check, walk 54, walk 54. You got to get the ball, D, get the ball right here. Let's go. Leave it, bring it, 28. 54. Mike, 54.
Now Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On third down, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Throwing on second and 3. Cousins. And Diggs has it. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call. But when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Now Cousins. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up second and 12.
Hey, D-Line, let's get in there. Let's get
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to bring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Right there, 54, right? Hey, kill!
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. I know they may want to go for this, but the smart play probably to punt it, even given the field position, right?
In a sense, you honor what they've done all game. And this is a defense that's held the score down, kept it tight, kept you right in it, and they're really jonesing for one more shot. Give it to them. Let them play defense for you and give you a better chance to win the game.
Now Prescott, and this is caught. Amari Cooper. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. 1 overtime, how about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment.
Go. Get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, it's Elliott. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Elliott. And he's free going down the left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.